So, let's talk about the mindset behind making money. So, years and years and years ago, I had a poverty mindset. And by that, A, I didn't have any money. But that's not the important part. The important part was that I thought it must be super hard to make money. So, if you think something, and we're not going to get all new agey on you, but if you think something and you say it out loud, then you start to believe it. And what you believe, then you start to act on it, and then those actions become habits, and then your habits wind up becoming your fucking life, right? So I used to say, it's so fucking hard to make money. Like, what the fuck? Why? Why can't I make money? Why is it so hard? What is the deal? This is bullshit. I just am bad with business. I'm bad with making money. That's what it is. Some people are born good with making money, and other people just don't have it. This is bullshit, but it is what it is. Said this out loud for years, and guess what? Didn't make any money. It hit a point of me being so fucking broke that I was literally homeless. A lot of you guys know the story. I was literally homeless on food stamps, and where you're like, you hit such a low, you're like, all right, I have to try something different, because clearly whatever the fuck I'm doing is not working. And so what happened was, I met this mentor, and how I met him, I'm gonna talk about this later, but how I met him, in and of itself, is just taking action, you know, and seeing someone of means and going up to them, being humble and be like, hi, just have to ask you, like, what do you do? Like, how do you have this Lamborghini, or how do you have this, whatever, like, what do you do? And they'll tell you, I'm a Wall Street broker, or I'm a doctor, I'm an online business, whatever. Oh, that's interesting, right? Getting rich is not complicated. It's not easy, but it's not complicated. You basically look at what someone else is doing and then fucking do it, right? All of this course, a lot of this course, honestly, could be chalked up to like common sense, but common sense isn't so common anymore, right? You know what I mean? Like, we're living in an era where like common sense shit is fucking, you know, people are like, wow, this is fucking it's mind blowing. But when it comes to money, people do get up, you know, they get caught up because they believe, they have self-limiting beliefs. They have family that have told them certain things. All rich people got lucky, or money's evil, money's bad, money won't make you happy. It's all fucking bullshit. If you're a miserable person, you get money, you'll probably still be miserable, but at least you'll be miserable on a yacht. So you're not going to be as miserable if you're completely broke. But the mindset behind that. So I had this poverty mindset. So when it switched, because I had the mentor who explained to me, he goes, the reason why you haven't made money is because you think it's hard to make money. You have to change that and think of it as, no, it's easy to make money. I'm like, well, that's not necessarily true, though, that it's easy to make money. He goes, not necessarily, but you've got to at least get your mind thinking positively, because what will happen is your subconscious will start working on how to actually make money, even when you're asleep and shit. That's why if you've ever woken up in the middle of the night and you're like, I have a great idea, because your subconscious is working on figuring it out, figuring out how to get this. No different than with women. If you're like, it's impossible to get a 9, it's impossible, can't get a 9, it's never gonna happen, I'm just not the guy who gets 9s, you're never gonna have a 9. If you're like, you know what, all fucking women love me, beautiful women want this dick, beautiful women want to be with me, not this motherfucker, not that one, with me, and you actually believe it, then you're putting that energy out into the world. And I'm not trying to be weird with new agey shit, but energy is a very fucking real thing, right? So you're putting that energy out to the world, and guess what? Miraculously, which is actually you taking action, things will start happening in your life. So I took good things. So I took that mentor's advice. I started going, you know what? I haven't been negative about money in the sense of like, why the fuck don't I have any, like, to a level of anger and frustration. I literally punched my apartment wall one time. This was before I was like completely fucking homeless. Literally punched the wall because I was so fucking angry. Because I don't come from money. No one on the other side of my family has any fucking money. There's no rich uncle who left me money. I wish I did, but it didn't happen. So I switched the mindset to, you know what? It's not hard to make money. Money is neutral. Money's not emotional, right? If a piece of money has no emotions, it goes to whoever does something to get it, like, and it's very simple. This is literally this simple. You want to get rich, it's literally this simple. Find out what people want and then fucking get it for them. It is literally that simple. So for example, this course, you bought this course. Why? Because you wanted information that I have, that Andrew has, that you don't have. So we supply the information and you pay. It's literally an exchange. People overcomplicate this shit. Like, well, I need to invent the next fucking Facebook or the next Google. Fuck all that. Unless you're a genius and you literally are a coder and developer and you came up with a brilliant fucking idea, fuck all the complicated shit. Fuck all the like becoming the next. Fuck that. Literally look at what works. Right? So you're like, well, McQueen, I know you sell a lot of courses. You make a shit ton of money from selling courses. I could create a course. I could sell it online. I could be traveling the world while making money. Duplicate it. Duplicate what someone else is doing. Literally duplicate it. So, in the next video, I'll talk a little more about this.